Now, I'd like to begin the way all good stories begin. Once upon a time. Now, think back if you can. Once upon a time. This line began most of the stories we heard when we were little. Fairy tales like The Big Bad Wolf. Easy stories that had a simple good guy, a simple villain. Or did it? Now, for example, take the one story, The Wizard of Oz, okay? Everyone knows the Wicked Witch of the West is the villain. Look at her name, the Wicked Witch. I don't know, as a 6-year-old, seeing someone with green skin saying, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too," that was terrifying. First, who would threaten a poor girl from Kansas who just happened to have ruby-colored shoes on her feet? And second, why would you attempt to hurt her dog? The dog had nothing to do with the shoes. But, on another hand, just consider, what if the Wizard of Oz didn't tell the correct story? What if the witch wasn't wicked? The book by Gregory Maguire, Wicked, and also the musical Wicked, looks at this other point of view. Possibly, maybe she was just misunderstood. From birth, her skin was green, so she was obviously made fun of a lot in school, misunderstood. She actually ended up helping the animals, who, I don't know if you know the backstory, but in Oz, the animals were mistreated, and they lost a lot of their rights, and she stood up for them. And she ended up being the Wicked Witch by accidentally turning her minions, or the flying monkeys, into the flying monkeys. This was all a mistake. But the wizard the wonderful Wizard of Oz, was the one who labeled her as the Wicked Witch. And in other sources, we find this similar, rethinking of the idea of villainy. What if villains in other stories are not truly villains? What if their actions are just misunderstood? Another story is The Snow Queen, which is a fairy tale I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with, but essentially the Snow Queen, she's outside of this one house where there are two playmates, a girl and a boy, and she lures the boy, and essentially his heart gets pierced by a shard of ice, and he almost dies, but the girl saves him. This familiar fairy tale gets re-examined in the popular movie Frozen. Instead, it is the story of two sisters and how the piercing of Anna's heart was just a mistake. She froze by mistake. Now consider all of these popular movie villains. Look at the pictures. Most of them had hard lives. Darth Vader, at the end of the movie, we realized maybe he wasn't evil. He still had some good in him. The same goes for Gollum. He was completely overtaken by the ring. So, just think before labeling. Is a person truly a villain, or are they simply misunderstood? Thank you.